Hey friends, my name's Aaron. Thought I'd run you through my guitar rig today. I've updated it since the last time I did a pedal overview. So today I'm playing through my Gretsch 5120 Electromatic. Playing my amp is the Orange Tiny Terror. Just kind of walk you through a couple of the pedals and what these are. The order that I'm going in also. So I go first into my Ernie Ball volume. That's the first line of defense. Then after that I run into my Clean Boost. This is a vintage early 80s, late 70s, early 80s Dodd 250. And then from there into my Auto Wah from Boss, which actually I stick it here because I've found that if I stick it with my other modulation effects, which are over here, it's just too harsh. If I stick it back here, it kind of mellows it out a little bit. So then I go into my Blues Driver with the Keeley option, running directly from there into my compressor, which I really like, into my vintage chorus. This is also from Dodd. It's the FX68, and I actually really like this. This is from my dad. Bought this gosh, in the early 80s and kept it, and I acquired it from him. From there I'm running into, this is brand new, this is Donner makes this. It's a tremolo pedal, and I really like that a lot. Just got that. Then I run into my K-Line Reverb, and then to my delay, DD7. My tuner is the Pitch Black, not in my signal chain, and everything's powered by K-Line's Pedal Power. Not super popular, but I actually love it. It's all dedicated power, and it's very clean sounding. So kind of what you got going on here is my overdrive stage, with the exception of my wah, which I stick here just because that's where I like it, into my modulation, and then into time-based effects, and that's kind of how I have that set up. So here is my tone with nothing on, so completely dry. Okay. Something that I don't hardly ever do at all, but it's on the pedal for when rare moment when I do need it, is the Auto Wah, and that kind of sounds like this. Yeah, that's not something that I do a lot of, but it is kind of cool. Like in the moment, you know, when you need it, it's there. Here's my typical, this is kind of a go-to setting for me for when I'm doing just kind of rhythm overdrive stuff. So if I'm just playing in a band, I'm just a rhythm player. This is what it might kind of sound like. That's with the Dodd 250, and I've got that actually fairly saturated in reverb, more than what I would normally have, but yeah. Oh, turn these on here. If I'm doing any kind of lead stuff, that's probably going to sound like this. Neck pickup. What my lead stuff might sound like. I really like that blues driver, and the Keeley option adds a little bit of fatness that is really nice. Okay, so let's say I'm just going for some kind of tremolo style stuff. Knock myself out of tune. If you don't know, the Electromatic has a floating saddle, which means that near the bottom of the guitar where the strings begin, it's not attached to the base of the guitar. It's a piece of wood that just kind of sits there, and tension keeps it in place. So you do a lot like I just did, a fair amount of bending. It'll move, and you just gotta pay attention to it. So that's tremolo here. That might sound kind of something similar to this. I like the tone of it. It's not super obstructive, doesn't color it a lot, just adds just that nice tremolo that you want. Okay, so let's go for some clean, just pure clean tones. Here's my go-to when I need a really clean, crystal clean sound. It's going to sound something like this. Finger pick that a little bit and make it fun. Okay, let's do some volume swells. That's something that I don't get to do as much as I would like, probably. But that would sound, so for that I'm going to turn delay, or the volume of my delay and the amount of feedback that I'm getting. So that's going to sound like, well, I guess you got to turn it on. Okay. Reverb, I gotta turn the mix up. You can see I got a ton of reverb there. I've got a compressor, and for this I'm also going to turn the level, the volume of my chorus up. So you can hear that there's quite a bit of chorus in there now. So all together, that sounds like this. Okay, and I'm just going to volume swell it. So. Okay, so I really like that tone a lot. The hollow body does well for it. Plus the combination of the chorus, the reverb, and the delay working together make for some great effects. I think if I were to up the quality of that, I would add in a pitch pedal to have an octave above also, but don't have that yet. The reason I use the compressor sustainer for that is simply to crispen, add some high end on the tone. But yeah, so that's my pedal board. Really happy with it.